In this video, we're going to look at financial assets. Let's define assets first. Assets is something that you can sell for cash or something that has value. And what you see in this document, in this Microsoft Excel file, is we have three categories of assets. We have illiquid assets, for example, automobile. Why is it illiquid? Because it's hard to sell. You need to spend some time. You can't just go and get cash for this automobile immediately. You would have to find a buyer, you would have to make sure it goes and checks, you would have to transfer title, and this is the process that can take up to 2 weeks. So if you need cash immediately, from that standpoint, this is really an illiquid asset. And what we'll do right now, we'll put a value. So let's say it's a 5-year-old car, and you can look at the Kelly Blue Book to estimate the value of this automobile. But let's just put, for example, $5,700. And in Excel, we will use a dollar sign. We'll assign this value. The next category of assets, it's called the liquid assets. And they're liquid because you can go and relatively quickly get cash from this. Typically, liquid assets are either cash, like a paper money on hand, or one of the accounts where you can just quickly get money out. And let's say that we have $1,500 in checking accounts and $375 in savings account. And we'll use dollar sign here to apply to make sure it has value. And then investments, this typically something that also you would think would be illiquid type of asset, but it's also sometimes government puts limitations of how much you can get of money from this particular asset. So for example, employers 401k, and maybe the assumption here is that you contribute their money periodically, and you have some money there already based on those contributions. So let's say that you have $12,000 in that account, and maybe employer stock you will be contributing to, and that would be $2,400, and we'll use dollar signs here as well. Now, what's important with assets is it's important to track them regularly, and typically it's enough to do it annually, but you might also want to do a total of assets. So what would be a total for your assets? Let's calculate this value. And total for the assets, in order to do that, we will just use the auto sum feature of Excel, and the total will be $21,975. So this is everything that you have. But sometimes this is not your net worth, and net worth is really a difference between assets and liabilities, which we'll cover in the next video. And if you're interested in downloading this working Excel file, there's a link in the description for this video, so you can definitely do that. I already mentioned that it's important to track assets regularly, and typically annually is enough. And what I would suggest we do, we use the column to track a year for specific assets. So for example, this would be 2018, and then we'll calculate the value of the asset in 2018. Right, then we'll just copy this column, and I will use Control-C, and then I'll use Control-V for paste and say, okay, this would be 2019. And in 2019, your automobile typically will worth less, right? Unless you got a different car. But if it's the same car, cars typically depreciate, meaning that they lose value. So for example, the value of the car might be $5,200. Hopefully your checking account would grow and you will have $1,750. But on your savings account, you might have the same amount. 401k supposedly grows, so we can put in $13,000, right? And employer stock maybe lost a little bit of value and now only cost half of what it was. So what's interesting here is to see is that typically most of things that you buy and use are typically depreciate in value. So for example, things like your personal belongings like furniture, your clothes, even automobile, every year it worth less and less. Checking accounts, depending on the rate of interest, typically very negligible change. But for the most part, if you invest smartly, and by smartly I mean in index funds or in some other investment vehicles that grow over long term, they typically bring in income, and this is portfolio income, and typically increase in value at a certain rate. So let's recap. In this video, we've looked at assets. Assets, there are different types of assets. We looked at illiquid assets, liquid assets, and investments. Typically, it's a good idea to calculate total for the assets and also track how your assets change in value year after year. Thanks for watching. Make sure to review the description to this video as it contains the link to the downloads. If you have an opportunity, please leave a review. I read them all and always on the lookout to improve. Here are some opportunities for us to stay in touch. Just click on the links flashing on the screen to sign up for my channel or email list, or maybe both. Take care.